Hey guys, my name is Masoneer, and I'm going to show you another preview of my base here. I thought today we would look at a few things, so I'm going to be making a few preview videos before I put this base on the workshop. Hopefully I'll have the base done and be able to put it on the workshop by today, probably the next 24 hours. So I'm going to go into my little access tunnel here, and the last video you saw was of the sorting room and smelting. So we already saw all of this. Today what I'm going to show you is the pure CO2 furnace. So live on Twitch we built this CO2 furnace, and previously I had built a pure nitrogen furnace on my moon base. That didn't work quite as well just because it was on the moon rather than Mars. Heat dissipation works a little different on Mars. It will likely change in the future, but for now this system works. So what we've done is collected a bunch of cold CO2 from the atmosphere, and we store the CO2, the cold CO2, in this tank. We have 4 megapascals at -60. If I were to pull this lever, I can actually collect more of it. You can see that tick up, but we don't need any more. 4 is fine for what we're doing. We actually probably won't use cold at all. So we took some of that CO2 and we pumped it into this hot tank, and then we have a 3-grid room here with 12 heaters and pure CO2 in the tank and a bunch of radiators. Now those heaters are logic controlled to keep that tank between, I think it's 1215 and 1220 C. So right now we have 14 megapascals in there, and it's at 1217. Inside the room we have 14 kilopascals. It's at 1217 or 1218. And then the furnace, we have 0 pressure, 0 temperature. But I think we're going to try to make some invar. These pressure regulators here just control what's in the room. We got a back pressure regulator and a regular pressure regulator. One set at 10, one set at 15. So I already have a mining belt prepared for the invar. This blue one here. We've got 150 iron, 150 nickel. So the first thing you want to do whenever you're operating a furnace is add your ores first. A lot of people don't add the ores first when they're first starting out. That's okay. But this is the proper way to do it. When you add ores to the furnace, it makes waste gases when it processes these ores, and that will cool your furnace down or dilute your mixtures if you're doing something like combustion with the ices, or even if you're adding like welding fuel mix. So this lever here is just going to drain any of the gas in the furnace, and it's going to recycle the CO2 back in the hot tank. And as you can see, the temperature is actually going down a little bit. That's because there's cold CO2 being added to the system. So that might go down like 10 degrees or so by the time we're done. Alright, so that's all of our ores. And the heater's just kicked on because I think it went down in temperature about 16, 17 degrees. Once this gets to a low pressure, this is actually fine actually. I can turn this off and it will stop recycling the CO2. And we need between 6 and 7 megapascals of pressure, and I think we need between 1200 and 2000 Kelvin of temp. I'm not 100% sure on those numbers, but I think that's ballpark estimate. So I already have the temperature I need. What I really need is pressure. So I'm going to turn it off between 6 and 7. Now this lever here just connects to a volume pump that is also connected to the hot tank. So right when it hits like maybe a little, like right here, hopefully it won't go over 7. 6.7, 6.9, 6.8. Okay, that's perfect. We should be able to make invar, and we can. So all we have to do now, pull the lever. And we have our invar. And that's actually going through our sorting system. For alloys right now, I actually don't have it stacked. It just gets sent straight to manufacturing. So yeah, there it is. And that's just gonna head off straight to manufacturing. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to learn more about how this was made, you'll be able to download this whole base on the workshop and tear everything apart. Or you can watch my Twitch videos, my Twitch VODs. I'll leave a link in the description for those down below, and I'll also put a link for my Discord. If you have any questions about the game, you can ask me there, or you can ask me on the Stationeers Discord. I'm pretty active there as well.